Alright, so you've came here to create a companion using the GECK, and you've came to the right place. To be quite honest, this is really easy to do, so if you just follow me step by step, you'll probably learn to do it. I'll probably be splitting this series into about 5 or 6 videos, how to do each individual process to break it down for the less experienced users. It's not very hard, as I said, so I'm going to get started. So basically, open your GECK up, and it's going to take a little to load, and experienced users will know this. As you can see, we've got nothing really, we haven't even got a game loaded up. So you even start off, you got your file, data, unselect all the expansions or any other mods that are activated here. There we go. And just don't even select any of these plugin files, just do the master file, Fallout New Vegas, OK. And now it's going to load all the different files from the vanilla game for use in our mod basically. And once that's done, I'll give you some wee tips to even starting off, and it's going to crash like this for a couple of seconds since it's loading a large volume of data right now, so give it a wee bit of time. And I wish this would hurry up. Right, there we go. To even start off, as soon as you've done this, loaded that up, hit save and call it whatever you want. Remember the name for it, since that'll be useful if you want to add voice acting in later. So let's just call this Companion 1. Obviously select a more appropriate name which you think for your mod, like type in his name or whatever. And as you know, say that's it saved, just so you've got it later. When you first start this off, everything will be minimised down here, and it's really awkward to find all the things. So my advice is really just to get it in, split your window into 3. So you've got your object window in this third of the screen, cell view here in the second third, and of course your render window in the last third of the screen. This just makes it easier. It doesn't really matter about this, but to be honest, I think the easiest way to split the screen is this way. So without further ado, let's get started. I think the first thing you should do is even just put them in the base game right now. So let's actually create the character in a very moment. So there'll be, right, it'll all be split into categories, right? Let me just minimise all the ones I've got open. It'll be actor data, actors, audio, game effects, items, miscellaneous, special effects, world objects, and all. For this, we want to do actors, right? And then NPC, that will be minimised like that. So we open it further up, and whatever race you want it to be, African American, Asian, Caucasian, Hispanic, right? Let's make them Caucasian. So male or female, whatever you want them to be, him or her to be. So for this example, we'll be going with male. So right click any space here, as long as it's in the editor ID, place, this place here, and hit new. Select the appropriate ID, let's go 01 companion. The reason I'm doing that is so he's usually at the top end since it's in alphabetical order, and we'll just call him companion, oh bollocks, can't even type anymore, companion 1, right. Script, this isn't important now, but we will be using it later, so leave this blank. Click, if you want to not be able to die, click essential. No, I don't know about that, I'll check that later. Basically race Caucasian, height, leave this to 0 and weight 0 since that's the default. Voice type, we'll be using that later for voice acting, but doesn't matter. Class, this will affect these skills. You can get anything for this one. Well, try to think. Whatever you want it to be, say I want to have it be a gun character, I'd select one which is appropriate. Energy weapons, well, probably Brotherhood. So we're gonna go with Soldier Scout. We'll find out what this is, and this doesn't really matter. That's just if he's good karma, bad karma, or neutral. Death item, nothing's important there. Combat style, default. Right. After this, go to stats. And this will, anyway. So if you want to level up alongside you, I recommend this option here. And his skills are explosives, guns, and sneak. That's probably a suitable companion. Base health, whatever, say 150. Right. That will make him a wee bit underpowered, and I forgot to tick essential. Right, we'll do that. Factions, this is very important. Once you click on the factions tab, hit new, hit P once you select this, and there will be an option, it's player faction. This is very important, and we'll add another one. This is so we can get past the gates at the strip. It's called, hold on. Don't tase me, bro, faction, right? This is a joke put in by the developers, obviously. It's so when they're running by the gate of the strip, the Securitrons won't utterly obliterate them. So that's only factions you need. AI data, unaggressive, so he won't attack you. Confidence. Cowardly will make him run away from a lot of fights. Foolhardy will make him never run away from a fight, so best one's probably average. Resistance helps nobody. This doesn't really matter. None of that is important. We'll come back to AI packages since we haven't even created the packages yet, so let's forget about that. Inventory. This is where you will select what items he has. To be honest, right, and let's give him some armor, right? So minimize actors tab, go to items, and then let's go to armor right now. And here's a whole list of armor, Winchy armor, list of armor. You can basically select any of this, preferably not faction clothes, that way it won't be attacked by enemy factions of that faction you chose. So let's just go with, let's have a look. We don't really want power armor, do we? Let's just go with good old fashioned combat armor. Is that a wee bit funny because I can't even find it anymore? Right, combat armor. Normal combat reinforced Mark 2, right? And now, after you've given that, probably give him like a melee weapon and a ranged weapon so he can switch between them. Right, let's just give him a 9mm pistol. Right, and there's that, and we'll give him I'll give him a tire iron. The weapons don't matter, they can be whatever you want them. And for him to even use the 9mm pistol, we need to give him 9mm ammo, obviously. Right, here it's here, drag it over, and as you can see he's only got one ammo, like one bullet, so we increase this to say 50. You'll probably need a lot more in the long run, so it doesn't even matter, to be honest. Move this over, and this doesn't matter. This doesn't really matter, but you're using it to change his face. We'll just kind of fiddle about with this. Hair length, that doesn't matter since it's Fallout. All the hair lengths are the same. Let's give him brown here. Or blonde, a wee bit of blonde. Right, there we go. And move over again, face advanced. You can fiddle about with all this, but that doesn't matter. It's basically like the character creation at the start, except a wee bit more in depth. Here, you can choose whatever you want. Let's just give him a raider spike, so he looks like a mad mong. Right. And you can add a beard in by adding the new head part, and here it's all here. Beard full. And nothing's happened. Fantastic. I think that's it. Blood, organic, destruction data, that doesn't matter. Scripts, we don't touch that. we kind of change it a different way, but I'm sure you can do that. That's the companion, like, in the game's list now, but he's not actually on the map. You can put him wherever you want, so we'll select an area for him. Preferably near good springs, so you could easily get to him and check from the very start of the game. To go do this, you go to Wasteland New Vegas. And once it loads, if that will be anytime soon, hit G, type in good springs, then it'll be here. And this is kind of awkward since I really hate the render window in the GECK. A good place, I think, is like one of the dumpsters, since it's really it's right next to the shop, and for some reason it's really easy to put a companion in there if you don't really know how to work the render window. Now I'm looking for this dumpster. Probably a container, to be honest. Just look for any containers. Fucking hell, man. Can't find anything. This is brilliant, isn't it? Dumpster 2. Double click it. It might take a while for the game to render it, since if your computer's not very fast. Mine's is fast, and it's still taking a while. Give it a minute. Sometimes it may crash. Right, here we go. Don't touch any of that. Like, don't move anything about, because it'll move inside the game if you activate the plugin. So we go back to our actors, just actors, not actor data, actors. Go to whatever race you made them. Here he is, here, drag him in. Right, zoom out using your mouse wheel and just drag him about, and then to move him, he's high up in the air, you don't want him falling, taking damage. So hold the Z key, move him down until his feet touch the floor. Don't want him under the map either, so kind of get that, like, the wee axis there, kind of above ground, and there we go, that's him in the game. Save it, close out your GECK, and I'll see you inside the game. So that's us here at Good Springs, and we'll go wherever we put them. So it'll change, like, go to wherever you put him in the GECK, and here he is.
Hello.
See, he's no dialogue right now, so he'll just say base things like hello and nothing.
Later.
Sometimes I'll just zoom into his face, but I think it's a mod. He's not put in the get his ID for just to restrict dialogue. So it will probably just zoom into his face. He'll have no dialogue right now. So we now know that he's inside the game. So we've got the character model and everything complete. So that's the end of part 1. Check part 2 for creating scripts. So peace out.